The study was conducted based on the problem of the youth generation who do not participate in voluntary activities, even though it brings many benefits to the youth. According to Clary and Snyder in 1999, the sense of volunteerism's racial unity, interest in something, shared traditions, and helping activities will fade when society becomes individualistic, where it proved that selfish people don't care about others' welfare. Their own life is more matter than others. In addition, the problem of this issue can also be proven through the volunteer activities of Malaysian Vaccine Support Volunteers, which is MYVAC, where only 7.67% of the total Malaysian population participated. This activity is not coercive, but if more people help it will be more effective in reducing the challenges that are getting worse day by day during this pandemic. Therefore, without the energy of volunteers at various levels of development strategies and agendas in the country, whether set by the government or voluntary groups or NGOs, it will not be implemented successfully. So this report is actually to research how youth generation perception towards the volunteerism and also give the solution of this problem. Next, I will pass to my group mates. Thank you.
I will continue the presentation on the objective of volunteerism activity among youngsters in Malaysia. In the report, we want to identify the factor of less participation of the youth generation in doing voluntary work, such as helping needy people by giving donation. Furthermore, the other objective in this report is to find the best solution to encourage more younger participants in voluntary work. To conclude, the objective can be related to SDG goal number 1 and 2, which is no poverty and zero hunger. Next, the significance of the volunteerism activity among youth is to strengthen the solidarity among members and the community. Working together to assist underprivileged people will help us to connect with the local society. Moreover, the participants can meet new people through socializing with their team members in charitable organizations. Hence, with the spirit of solidarity, it can reduce discrimination and poverty injustice. In addition, volunteerism can help to decrease the income gap in society. Referring to Maqasid Syariah, volunteering to help impoverished people can be linked to the protection of life.
For our group presentation, I would like to present about issues and challenges which will be faced by youth volunteers in conducting humanitarian works. There are some issues and challenges such as budget shortage, too little time, and commitment. In order to begin the voluntary work, the volunteers need to have an adequate and stable financial so that they can buy the groceries and other basic necessities to be given to needy people. However, to earn enough money is not easy because they need to do some ads, some campaigns and posters, and then they have to promote through social media so that they can get enough funds from the society. Once they have succeeded in achieving their goals, then they can proceed with the project. Furthermore, youth volunteers also have a lack of time because they can only manifest too little time, as some of them are still a student and are having a lot of tasks which need to be done. Thus, the volunteer work could not have been done consistently and productively. Last but not least, the majority of the youth are unable to give full commitments because some of them are still a student, an employee, and some of them are already getting married. They have got a lot of other commitments to be fulfilled. For example, a married and working woman has her own duties such as an employee at her workplace. Meanwhile, at her home, she needs to treat her husband, take care of her children, and do all the house chores. These commitments will surely wear her out. All in all, these are the reasons why there are not a lot of youth are willing to join the volunteer activities as they lack of money, time, and having other commitments to be fulfilled. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I will present briefly on the data analysis. From the survey that we have conducted, the total of participants that participated in our survey is 105 youth in Malaysia between the ages 15 to 25 years old and consists of 50.5% females and another 49.5% for males. So what we can conclude is that the majority of the participants, which are 89.5%, agree that our country will be able to increase the number of volunteer participation among youth regardless of race and religion. Most of the participants agree with the three challenges that we have stated in the survey, which are budget shortage, lack of time and commitments can affect the youth from participating in volunteer activities. However, among the three challenges, majority of the participant agrees that commitments has been the biggest challenge for them from participating in volunteer activities. Next, 90.5% of participants agree that these volunteer activities is important for them to help needy people, as it is essential to achieve the SDGs goals number 1 and 2, which are no poverty and zero hunger. On the other hand, some believe that such activity can help them to learn to cooperate in teamwork, enhance their knowledge and practice to be responsible. And last but not least, here are some of the ideas from our participants that are useful to attract youth in Malaysia to participate in voluntary activities, such as: first, make a quality certificates for students to add their credits or merit points. Second, make voluntary work as co-curricular activities in universities and college and give extra credit to boost their CGPA through voluntary works. Promote this widely on TV or social media. Create clubs that involve volunteerism activities in every school and university. And the last one is try to focus on local areas that are much closer to the youth, like their hometowns, previous high school, instead of going somewhere for voluntary work. And that's all from me. Thank you, and I'll pass the floor to the next presenter.
The next recommendation is set up a fashion show to collecting money for funds and raise awareness about vagabonds and beggars. This can be done by collaborating with local fashion designers to create a design that describes the vagabonds and beggars, and also inviting local influencers as a model for the design. In addition, the ticket to enter the fashion show will become a main tool to collecting money for funds, in which we'll be distributing to the vagabonds and beggars later. Another recommendation is creating a challenge in social media along with the hashtag about any topic that related to volunteering, such as helping poor people, helping beggars, and helping victims of natural disaster like flood. The hashtag in this challenge will help to make it trending and attract young people to join this challenge, because usually young people love to do something that is related to famous and trending.
With that, I end this presentation with Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 2, which means, O you who believe, do not violate the signs of the purity of Allah, and do not violate the honor of the forbidden months. Do not disturb Hadi, which is animals, and Kala'id, which is sacrificial animals, Mar, and do not disturb those who visit the sacred house. They seek the bounty and pleasure of their Lord, but when you have completed Ihram, then you may hunt, not hatred come upon the people, because they hinder you from the sacred mouths, and urge you to transgress, and help one another in virtue and piety, and do not help one another in sins and enmity. Fear Allah, in that Allah is severe in punishment. Hence, as we know, volunteerism is undeniably able to give a variety of good impacts on individuals, communities, and countries. Moreover, volunteerism is also a command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to His people. So this activity should be give high attention, and the younger generation should be participating. Finally, that's all from our group. Thank you very much.